Welcome to YLL. It's your girl Jazz Young, and I'm back with another one. This is Wednesday Thoughts, y'all. And today, yes, I was gonna talk about media. I was gonna talk about Meta. I was gonna talk about getting rid of it all, get off of it. We should let it go. But the more I reflected, it's not necessarily telling you guys to get off of it. It's more telling you guys to be more aware of it. And what I mean by that is if you don't understand how social media is just platforms of ways to manipulate the way you think, control the way you think, give you the same perspective over and over again. That's what social media does. So it's being more aware, and it's more aware of your actions and what you do. You know how your parents used to tell you, "Oh, y'all better be careful what you put on social media." You know that's what our parents used to always tell me. I mean, I remember my dad, my mom always would say, "Be careful what you put on, cause jobs will look at it." What I'm telling y'all right now, be careful what you like. Be careful what you give a reaction to, what you comment on. Be careful of if it's a 3 minute video, if you watch it for longer than a minute or 30 seconds, be careful of what you're doing on social media. Because that is the biggest way social media gains that control over you. You're not aware of what you're doing. You're just like, oh, this is relatable right now, so you like it. But then it's not relatable next week, but that's just what you got in your spirit. Because you didn't already created an algorithm for that. And social media takes up all this data, and yes, it is to personalize your entertainment to make you want to come back for more, but it's also to control how you think. Sometimes, 9 times out of 10, if you start liking the same stuff, that's the only thing you're gonna see. It doesn't try to give you other perspectives. It doesn't try to challenge your way of thinking. It keeps you stagnant to the same way. I realized like I like seeing a bunch of positivity, but then it takes me out of the reality that life has some negative things part of it. But when you have such a high positive way of thinking, you think, hey, nothing can happen. Then you're at this high total pole that when you get hit hard. Now everything you want to be interacting with is depressing. Now it's just feeding your depression more and more. So be aware of what you are viewing. Like I didn't really start realizing it like more until I stopped using my personal account. I went to an account that has nothing. The algorithm is still brand new, so I'm able to like different things. I'm able to follow, different people. And when I stop following those different people, I stop seeing different things about those people. I've learned that the algorithms, yes, are they controllable? Can you control them yourself? Yes, you just have to be aware of what you're interacting with. What data are you giving them? Just be mindful. Be mindful. And I'm not really a fan of Meta. I'm not a fan of TikTok. I'm not a fan of X because the owners, the CEOs, the people that are running these platforms are not a fan of me. They're not a fan of our culture. They're like to take our culture and try to make it their own or try to exploit it, but they don't really care. So it's kind of hard. For me, it's kind of hard to put my life, the things that I hold dear to me, on a platform that don't care about me not one little bit. And that's why I was really like, yo, we gotta get rid of it. I'm still with Amanda Sales though. I think you guys should find other things that work that are really for you. Me, I enjoy YouTube because one of the things I've learned from YouTube is one, it's based off of what you're searching. It's based off of what you're putting in there. They're not giving you things if you like certain things, of course, it's easier to be mindful of what you're interacting with. I should say it's easier to be mindful of what you're liking, you're following, or subscribing to, what you're watching. You're actually searching for these different things. So I think it comes with more of a benefit of being able to be more personalized based off of your control. Right now, your personalization on social media is not your control. You may think it is, because it's like, oh, well, I'm liking this, I'm doing this, but it's not really your control. You'll start realizing, I just recently liked Bleacher Report, and now I got nothing but, oh, ESPN women, ESPN this, Bleacher Report baseball. Like, there's every little sports page is now for down my timeline, to where I've gotten better with Instagram by switching it back to who I'm following. I just want to see the people I'm following. Don't be adding. That's the for you part of it. For my following, I just want to see who I'm following, who I'm subscribed to, because it gives me that authentic side of social media. It makes me feel like, hey, I control what I get to see. I control what I come here for. I don't come here to be, you might like this. This may be for you. I don't want to know all that. That's not why I come to social media. I come to social media to see the things that I've asked. That if I'm following something, that's what I want to see. Why do y'all think I want to be recommended every 5 seconds? Right? Because the goal is to manipulate you and control you, to tell you, hey, this is what you want. It's to convince you that this is what you need to see. I've also gotten tired of seeing a lot of politics. But we're in a world right now where politics is running high. We're all trying to figure out what's happening, what's going on. And it's like social media once again. That's one of the factors of social media. Like when you really look at the factors of social media and how it's made, is the platform. So depending on the platform design, the algorithms, depending on you, human error, human movement, but also depending on politics, policies, greed, money, power. Like that is social media is ran by those different things. So when you're pouring into things that are not for you, you tend to be like, all right, like you tend to fall into it. I started to pay more attention to how I interact on YouTube versus how I interact on Instagram, and that's why I became more of a fan of YouTube. That's why I became more of a fan of even Twitch. I even like how Twitch is, because Twitch, it's not even about popularity. I feel like Twitch has no true algorithm. It just be moving. Like you just slide up and it just has different things. You'll see artists, then you'll see people playing video games, then you'll see like this just, I don't even know how to explain it, because it's like it's like it just be like different. I think it's the Pokemon joint, because it just be boxes. So I don't know what I'll be looking at, but it's just like Twitch has no true thing. You're just gonna see everything. You're gonna see who's live. Pop. Some people got 30 people following them, and then some people is in the thousands. And I appreciate that, because it's allowing you to it's giving you different looks. It's giving you different views. I enjoy when social media was about just having fun, enjoying life, and what you liked and what you put in there was like on the, so for example, the Instagram, it was on your like the For You page. I don't know your discovery, is that what it's called on Instagram? Y'all know I am not your search joint, like this side, like that, like I used to. That's when I like, but now, bro, you just constantly just, if you watch different blogs, if you like cheesesteaks, now mind you, I only follow one type of cheesesteak bar, but that don't be connected to the photos that I see. You like one little thing about people cooking and with their kids. That's all you see. So it's like I enjoy the social media moments where it's authentic, is what I pick, is what I decide. And that is what I tell you guys, is to be aware of the algorithms, be aware of AI. AI is very important. AI is another entity that can be controlled and manipulated. And if you're not paying attention, if you're not aware, you're gonna fall victim to it. So it's the same thing. Like be more aware of, just like how our parents used to tell us, be aware of what we post, be aware of how you interact with social media. Because if you're not aware, you're just gonna be feeding negative energy. I always say, and negative energy can also look like it's positive, right? I think seeing, like I said, I really do believe seeing too much positive takes you out of reality of life, because life is not all about the ups. Life is gonna have some downs, but if you don't realize that life even have downs, like some of these kids don't realize, you start to lose sense of that reality. You start to be in somewhere else, and then when you get hit, you can't even handle it. You feel me? Like, so be mindful. Don't allow social media to control you. You control social media. So be mindful of what you're liking. Be mindful of what you're watching, who you're following. Even though, you might love the Shade Room, or you might love, Young's Life Lessons. If we ain't what you need, it's okay. It's okay. That's how I look at life. You know what I mean? We have to be able to control what we put ourselves into. We have one factor in social media that we can control, and that is control our narratives. And if you want to be a big dog, you want to be like Amanda, bruh, leave it. That's the best way to control social media, is by not being on it. Yes, you can have fun. I don't think YouTube is really social media, but I think YouTube is a form of social media that has a more healthy balance than what we see on Instagram, TikTok, and X. I think Facebook. I don't really have personal problems with these. I also don't have personal problems with these platforms. I just have personal problems with the CEOs, and I don't like pouring into something that probably 9 times out of 10 would never pour into me. But I know that people make their money off of these platforms, and I ain't about to stop nobody bag, because I know a lot of my friends make bread, make nice little chick chain from being influencers. So I don't want to take that from anyone. I think that everyone should have that opportunity and have that success. Just be aware of how you're interacting with it, so that you don't get caught up, so that you don't get manipulated, and so that you're not controlled or lost in reality of life. That's all. With that being said, these are just my Wednesday thoughts. Please know, listen, these are just what I think. This is what I feel. It may be some truth to it. I know there's some truth to it, but y'all might not believe me. Just be more aware. Pay more attention. Because if you don't, you will be manipulated. I promise you. And it's so crazy because they do it within marketing too. Like, if you really pay attention to marketing campaigns, just watch them. Just watch them. You're gonna see the small gestures of, okay, this is what's gonna get them. They're gonna come back for this. Even if it's one of your favorite influencers, that's the other way they pay your favorite influencer money to say, I love a product that your influencer would never use. Like, because it's just about marketing. It's just about catching the eye of the person, getting that product to just be, hey. That's why people who videos are just that look like movies, like look like movie productions, and they work and they go viral. Why? Because they look like movie production. It's nice to the eye. You know what I mean? When you think about people that go viral, what are they doing? They either dancing, they're singing, um, but it's to a song, and then you start to hear nothing but that song on the radio. Now that's the song we all want to hear. Now that's the big time song. That's at least, look, Drake told you how they be manipulating social media. Like, he told you how they do it. They do it with money. None of this, like, not 9 times out of 10, the things that you're seeing, the things that you're experiencing, is not always authentic and real. Sometimes, thank you. Okay? Sometimes they're all part of a plan. They're all part of a goal to market it to you, and the best way to market it is via social media. The best way to catch the person eye is not a commercial on TV anymore. It's social media. So I just challenge you all to be more aware of what social media. And if you are looking for other platforms, if you are looking for other things that give you that ability to be yourself and be authentic, I really do think YouTube and Twitch are probably going to be my two favorite things. I'm still learning Twitch. I don't really know how to utilize it. I don't know how, not to say I don't know how to utilize it. I don't know how to really take control over it to work in my favor. So I definitely want to look at more streamers and kind of like, I know it's like people would say, oh, you're trying to take somebody's, ideas. No, you're doing homework. To know how to do something, or to learn how to do something, I learned by based off of looking at other people. So even if it's the gamers, y'all won't catch me playing games on Twitch, but just to see how they're managing playing the game, being interactive, and looking at the chat, like, you learning new skills. So Twitch definitely, I feel like it's definitely gonna help me with just my live form of production and having fun with working with different materials. And then YouTube, just getting better with YouTube. I just like to use YouTube as like a raw and uncut. That is the other reason. Like social media is also one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to start it. I wanted my podcast to be raw and uncut. Like all you gonna get is me taking this little mic sound and putting with the video, and that's it. All these little extra like edits and making it look spectacular. I'm gonna pray on it. Like maybe one day I'll do it, and maybe one day I won't. Like I enjoy the aspect of being able to record and just give it to you guys. Because if I start to edit or pay more attention to what I'm saying or think so much about what I'm saying, I would start to get self conscious about it. Then it'd be like, you know what? Nah, I don't like that. I don't know. So it's raw and uncut. It's authentic. It's me. And that's why I think social media has lost this sight of being authentic, of being itself, and then also by being transparent. Pay attention to how, we gotta pay attention to these terms and conditions. We gotta pay attention. I'm trying to tell y'all, pay more attention to these brands, Meta, X, Twitch, TikTok, YouTube. Just pay attention to their guidelines. Pay attention to, what the CEO says, how the CEO moves, because that'll really tell you if social media is meant for you, if their platform is meant for you, if it's gonna help you grow in life, is it what it's gonna span your mind, or it's gonna keep you simple minded? Because at the end of the day, if you're simple minded, you're not wise. And if you're not wise, you're easily manipulated. And when you're easily manipulated, you're controlled by the government. Let's try not to be controlled. With that being said, I love and I appreciate y'all. Peace.